Hello friends, in this video I am sharing my interview questions and answers in Serion Labs. It was a round 1. Alright, so I just do the slideshow. Alright. You can also watch my other interviews on YouTube, interview at WDTS and interview at Alicent. For WDTS, only search for Java interview at WDTS in YouTube, and for Alicent, search for Java interview at Alicent in YouTube. Alright, so let's start my interview at Serion Labs. It was the first question. What is the difference between Saga and two-phase commit patterns? Saga and two-phase commit patterns are used for distributed transactions. A distributed transaction would do what a transaction would do but on multiple databases. Differences are: two-phase commit is for immediate transactions. Saga pattern is for long-running transactions. In two-phase commit, there is a single controlling node, and if it goes down, the entire system fails. In Saga pattern, there are multiple coordinators, Saga execution coordinator. So if one goes down, it will use the other instance of Saga execution coordinator. In two-phase commit, it works in two steps, prepare and commit, and the result of all the transactions are seen to the outer world at once together. But in Saga, there is only one step for execution and commit. But if any transaction fails, then compensatory transaction gets executed for rollback operation. So these are the differences between Saga and two-phase commit patterns. Let's move to the next question. Which database should be used when storing billions of payment requests come to database, and why? So basically in this case, data is relational in nature, like payment amount, user ID, payment date, payment location, account number, etc. So we can easily use SQL Server 2016 with proper indexes on proper fields. Because when we apply indexing on proper fields, it will just speed up the operation of select and where SQL commands. But of course, it will slow down the insertion and updation. Alright. So next question is, which event bus is used by a Saga pattern? When we use event-based communication, a microservice publishes an event when something notable happens, such as when it updates a business entity. Other microservices subscribe to these events. When a microservice receives an event, it can update its own business entities, which might lead to more events being published. This publish-subscribe system is usually performed by using an implementation of an event bus. The event bus is designed as an interface with the API needed to subscribe and unsubscribe to events and to publish events. The implementation of this event bus can be a messaging queue like RabbitMQ or service bus like Azure Service Bus. The next question is, explain ACID properties of database. A transaction is a single unit of work which accesses and possibly modifies the contents of a database. Transactions access data using read and write operations. In order to maintain consistency in a database, before and after transaction, certain properties are followed. These are called ACID properties. Atomicity. By this, we mean that either the entire transaction takes place at once or does not happen at all. Consistency. This means that integrity constraints must be maintained so that the database is consistent before and after the transaction. It refers to the correctness of a database. I means isolation. This property ensures that multiple transactions can occur concurrently without leading to inconsistency of database state. Transactions occur independently without interference. Changes occurring in a particular transaction will not be visible to any other transaction until that particular change in that transaction is written to memory or has been committed. The last one is durability. This property ensures that once the transaction has completed execution, the updates and modifications to the database are stored in and written to disk, and they persist even if system failure occurs. The effects of the transaction thus are never lost. The next question is, what is difference between MVC and MVP architecture? MVC means model view controller. In this we have a model object, one is a view object, other one is a controller. So controller is the one that will handles communication between view and model objects. So user will send an event through the view, like clicking a button. That request, that event will go to the controller. Controller will send a request to the model. Model will modify itself and then it will send the update to the view. So it is a way that happens in model view controller. The next is model view presenter. In this, view and model are the same. Controller has been replaced by presenter, and in this there is a presenter interface, view interface. So presenter and view will interact using this view interface only, and this view interface is placed on the presenter side. So from the view, the event will go to the presenter. Presenter will send that request to the model, and model will change itself, send the event back to the presenter, and presenter will send that event back to the view. So this way it works. Thanks for watching.